is me, Terrible. It is time to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Great season, first off. Conference finals, you can't even be upset with that. This team has been getting clowned for 2 years for that Rudy Gobert trade. And they're probably going to continue to get clowned for it because he got a bit targeted in the playoffs here. But it was a decent move. A lot of picks they gave up, but look where they are. I wouldn't even put it all on Gobert because there were plenty of guys that didn't show up in some of these games. But taking a look at the roster, it's interesting. They're screwed. In terms of money, they're screwed. In terms of winning, they're going to be alright. Next 2 years seem to be okay. The next year, at least, the window is open. It's still open. They got at least 1 more year. So, taking a look here. Obviously, the Gobert contract, pretty massive. $43 million for him next year. Player option after that. Maybe he opts out of that. Signs an extension this offseason. Be interesting. Cat, they got him locked up. He's good. Got him for 3 years. Connolly, that $24 million. Not too bad actually. He was a solid player for them. Maybe choked in some moments, but he's all right. Down to pretty much $10 million next year. Year after that, so they got him locked in. That's helpful because he'll be a contributor. He's getting a little older, but he still can help. He can make stuff happen. Edwards, which is crazy. This is crazy. He's still on his rookie deal. His max didn't even kick in yet. So that big 5-year extension is on its way. It's coming. He didn't even get one of his big paydays. I mean, $13 million. That's a lot, but he didn't get to the 35. That's the one that's up next. Absolute crazy numbers on these contracts. Can't be good for the mental health to look at these numbers, but we do it anyway. But Nas Reed, got him on a great contract, although he could be 1 year and then declines that player, and he'll be like 25, 26, looking for a big contract, so they might only have him for 1 more year, depending on what do the teams see with him. I feel like he's good. He's a solid center, and some teams going to throw money to him, at least more than what he currently has, but they got him on a nice deal right now. But that player option, we don't know if he'll give that one up when the time comes, but we'll see. Monte Morris, Kyle Anderson, both getting paid $9-10 mil pretty much. They need new deals. Kyle Anderson, semi-important to the team. Monte Morris, semi-important. They could go without. I don't think they'll bring those two back. But as is, and then without. So this is guaranteed. This is not guaranteed. So these two are not guaranteed yet. So they're going to pretty much opt into these and be at $190 million, which is what the second apron is. And then I don't know if they have a rookie or second round draft pick. I don't know what they have in the upcoming draft, but probably going to have some kind of rookie that needs paid. If they want any of these guys, they're going to have vet minimums to bring back, so they are in the second apron. They're there. I guess the big one, you have this Connolly one shrinking, but then you got Ant that's jumping, and then you got McDaniels, his deal's kicking in, so he's up to 22. But Alexander Walker, not too bad there. Got him, same thing, low money next year, $4 million, that's not too bad. Wendell Moore, I assume they'll pick this up. Hopefully he can contribute heading into his 3rd year. McLaughlin, don't know what they do with him. If anything, it's a minimum. He's coming back. Leonard Miller, this is already guaranteed, so they're going to hope maybe he can contribute next year. I don't know. Josh here. So yeah, this is not guaranteed. So maybe they don't bring him back. They probably do, just because it's pretty much the same as a minimum, and maybe they can develop Garza. Garza needs a deal. TJ Warren. Who knows it? I don't even know if they'll bring those types back, but if anything, it's just going to be for the minimum. But yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, 185 plus some of these kick in, plus whatever rookies, whatever vet minimums they have to bring in. They're in the second apron, so that's not good. That's not good. This is where it starts to get a little bit tricky. But man, the tough part is, our 185 this year is Gobert's player option. I don't even know if I think it has to be. See, it's not here. It's just these first two here. So I assume this does not even count towards right here. But I don't see how it would make that jump. Because this goes up 3, 3. All these goes up. All these go up a little bit. I assume this has to be factored in. Yeah, it does. So, maybe I don't even know. They asked Gobert to just opt out, I don't even know. I mean, this is crazy. You cannot have a roster where you're paying 46, 53, 38, and 24. I mean, that is insanity. That is crazy. And then they got the 10 and 15 here from these two, but we'll see. But this year, I think they're all right. I don't think they need these two. You got right here your top 4, 5 right there with McDaniels. He'll move up. You got all those guys. Naz Reid off the bench. Walker, Wendell Moore, and then a couple of young guys. They're going to need some vet minimums. Maybe they bring back some of these guys they already had, but they're going to be able to hold everything together. So, they're built to beat the Nuggets. They're built for the Nuggets, but we'll see what they can do next year. But I like it. I like where the Wolves are. It's crazy, the Gobert thing. I mean, I feel like this will be one of those things where they never win a title, at least with Gobert there, and then, people will look back and be like, Gobert made $40 million all those years. They could have had Walker Kessler on a rookie deal, doing not as well, but still delivering. He's a solid, decent center. And then they could have just been paying anybody else on this team other than Gobert. But defensive player of the year. It's just he's a weird player. He's weird. It's just 4-time defensive player of the year. We know the impact. The impact is there. But I mean, straight up getting targeted in the playoffs. Luka took the shot over him. Luka would take that shot over anybody. Who's guarding that? I don't know. Is McDaniels guarding that? Maybe. But anybody else, most of these guys are getting cooked. Luka's cooking everybody here. So, Luka's gonna cook you. That's just how it is. But we'll see. Gobert, I don't know. He's an interesting player, but congrats on his success. I mean, Timberwolves, they really did have a good year. I'm not even joking about that. Great year, fantastic year. I think it continues. They got at least one more year of that, and then year after that, you just retool. If we look here, you got Gobert, even if he opts into that 25-26, you have 26-27 where kind of a clean sheet here. Connolly might be too old. You're going to be retooling at that point. You got Cat, Ant, and McDaniels. You got 3 guys to build around. And that's worst case scenario. If Gobert is just absolute trash these next 2 years, you can get out of it. You can get out of it. So I think the Wolves are going to be okay, but I don't know if it's next year or the year after or the year after that. At some point they're going to have to get out of all the... I don't think Gobert... I think Gobert has at least 2 seasons left with them. I don't think he plays longer than that. Not for that money. But like I said, 2026, they have an out. I think they'll be all right. I mean, say you get to like 2025, Gobert opts out, gets a deal somewhere else. Naz Reid opts out. Give him some nice money. Run Naz Reid, Cat would be cheaper too. Something like that. I think the Wolves are in a great spot, and then they got Ant for the future. He's so young. Maybe he wasn't as clutch in some moments, but 22, he's gonna be there. He's gonna make it happen. He's a good player. Jaden McDaniels, super young. If Cat's only 28, Cat's got a bunch of time. So, Wolves, you looking good. Wolves. Don't worry about it at all. I think the Timberwolves are gonna be just fine. Just don't depend on your draft picks. That's the only thing.